Okay, these are the ingredients that we got at Marina Market this morning, and it looks like we're all set to go to prepare for the filling of the wonton. We've got the cilantro, the scallion, the fresh water chestnut, and the chopped pork, and then we have to chop the shrimp. Mix it all together and season it, and then we'll be ready to wrap. And then the soup will be made later. You could make it now if you want, but I think we have enough to do it. I'm washing and peeling the freshwater chestnut for the filling of the wonton. And the amount you use depending on how much filling you're going to use, meaning mainly the pork and the shrimp. So you determine, you don't need, I can't tell you exactly, you just sort of have to eyeball. That's what I do. This is my own recipe, it's not that professional, but...
So the amount of water chestnuts that you're going to make, will it be for all 3 packages?
Yes, for all the filling. It's
so
all
you said 80. So 80 times 3 packages would be 240 wonton.
Yes, right.
Okay. So for 240 wonton, you're going to peel the right amount of water.
Well, approximately. Nothing is, making wonton doesn't have to be exact. The only thing that's more exact is the way you wrap the wonton so it stays intact.
Okay.
The rest of it, you could put less or more depending on your own discretion.
So you're peeling the water chestnut.
Yeah,
so
right. You need to. I'll show you. I'll peel it first. You wash it first, and then peel it, and you squash it and you chop it up. And that just all of this takes a little time. So what you can do is get a knife and start peeling. At least get the hang of it.
Now, is there anything in the center of those water chestnuts?
No, it's all solid. You just take off the...
Can you buy water chestnuts already peeled?
Yes, you can. They come in cans, but they're not very good.
Okay, so you really want the fresh stuff.
You get the fresh stuff, and usually the Chinese market will carry it.
Okay.
You won't get it at Safeway, or if you do, they're not so good.
Okay.
Preferably a Chinese market.
Okay.
In the event that you cannot get any fresh water chestnut for the filling, you could substitute an apple, chopped up, peeled apple and chop it up, and you can substitute that in place of fresh water chestnut, and it works very well.
But doesn't an apple taste different?
No, well, it's similar, it's crunchy. It's the crunchiness that you want.
Okay.
Got the fresh chestnuts already peeled, and before I chop it up, I squash it with my cleaver, and it's a lot easier to...
So how many chestnuts then did you peel? About 8 or 10?
Yeah, about 8 or 10. Like I said earlier, it does not have to be an exact amount. It's just approximate. If you want more, but you really don't need that much. It's just the crunchiness and a little flavor that you get from the chestnut. And then some people don't even put chestnut. You go to the restaurant, they don't put chestnut in the wonton. It's just, like I say, it's this recipe is sort of my own thing. So you may not even like it. Do what you feel that you want to add if you want to. But basically, this is a wonton recipe. All the others is just what I add, what I like in it myself. Okay, get this started. See, when you squash it, it makes it easier to chop than hold. And I wouldn't suggest using a Cuisinart to go faster because it'll be cut in too small pieces. You don't want too big of a chunk. And it doesn't have to be real fine either.
That's That's really good. That's
That
going to make
should
the
do it. That
wonton
should
really
do it.
crunchy, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Well, you've had it before. Bruce
Okay.
had it. Thing. Okay.
Well, and then you put it all in the bowl.
Yeah. Put in everything goes into this bowl and then mix it up, and then we're ready to wrap.
Okay.
And, you know, I haven't made soup yet, but I'll just do one at a time. Okay.
So what's the next thing you're going to prepare?
Well, first, I want to clean up this a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unwrap the pork and put the pork in.
Okay, so that'll come.
And the pork is it's not real lean pork. It's already chopped, bought from the butcher. This is 1.5 pounds of the pork that I bought. And it looked like I may not want to use the whole thing. You could use more if you want or less. That's up to you, how much you want to make. It doesn't have to be equal to the amount of shrimp. I'll probably use, well, I could make it all use it all, because what I could do, if I don't want to finish the filling, I have too much, you could freeze the filling already prepared. You could freeze it. So
that saves a lot of time if you do it all at once, huh?
yeah, see, say 3 weeks from now I decide to, here's the shrimp that we bought at the market, and you don't need to wash it. You have to peel it though. And
why don't you need to wash it?
If you wash it, it would dilute the flavor of the shrimp.
Oh, really?
It's better because it's already protected in the shell. So you just peel all of the tails and the legs and everything, and then we need to chop it, and then it'll go in with the big bowl where the pork is and the water chestnut.
Uh-huh.
So
you take off the tail too when you peel it?
Everything, just the meat. All right, now that the shrimps are peeled, we're ready to chop them. And after they're chopped, they go in with the rest of the mixture.
Okay. You want to chop it really fine?
Fairly fine. What you do is, I kind of roughly chop them first and then re-chop them to make it finer.
Okay.
So I just kind of take a batch at a time.
That's a lot of shrimp.
Yeah, it is a lot of shrimp. We really do. Yeah. Usually I have more pork, say 1.5 pounds, and then only 1 pound of shrimp. But today I went, you know, I don't know. Like I say, it doesn't have to be exact. But the shrimp is the expensive item. The wonton that you get at a restaurant, they don't have much shrimp in it. This is the expensive item.
You want to cut it up pretty fine, huh?
Not real fine, no. It's sort of in proportion to the pork. The pork isn't ground real fine either. Turn it over. See, your filling is not going to be a lot per wrapper. So, because it has to boil through the pork and the shrimp. So, you're not going to have a big filling.
Okay.
It will cook. It's like raviolis.
I see. Yeah, because you put too much, then it won't cook properly.
Well, it wouldn't cook properly. What happens if you put too much? The wrapper will disintegrate and the filling is not cooked. So you don't want to have it too much of a filling per wrapper.